Here comes Josie Altidore. Altidore looking for Javinko. It's in the back of the net, and Javinko has equalised.
Sebastian Javinko scored the equalizer last time Toronto FC played New England Revolution. That, of course, took place on April 9th, a one-run result at Gillette Stadium. But Terry, as the table shows, Toronto FC has evolved so much since that point.
Yeah, I think they've evolved in three ways. Number one, I think they're now lethal in front of goal. They're finishing their opportunities. Number two, they now have this defensive shape and mentality that we're not going to be scored upon easily. And if we do concede, we're not going to concede another one. And number three, there's a cohesion and chemistry amongst the squad. And that takes time to build.
And I mean, that chemistry is what has allowed Toronto FC to remain relatively dormant in this transfer window. They only made one signing, and this is the roster that they hope will take them all the way.
I think this should be the group that's going to push for everything. It's the group that started it back in preseason. You know, that went through the tough road spell at the start of the season, and now are in a good position. And we're getting some players back and healthy, which is always a good thing. And again, everybody continues to push each other day in and day out on the training field. And right now, it's translating to very good results on the game field.
I think we made a really good acquisition getting Tosain in. You know, he scored a huge goal last game, so I think we got what we needed out of the win. Out of the window, so it's good. You know, I'm happy we have a really confident group right now, and a team that knows each other well. You know, a lot of us have played together for at least a year, so you know, we're gelling really well, and you know, it's a good time.
You know, I think like I said, there's been a lot of camaraderie and hard work and various things that it takes to win in this league over stretches of games, and it's the same thing. It's going to be a challenge for us, obviously, given it's the third game in a very short period of time. So, you know, we got to try to use fresh guys where possible and make sure that we're all ready to dig a little bit to, you know, defend our turf and ultimately keep them behind us. And if we, you know, our goal is to catch the groups in front of us. So, in that way, it makes it an important match.
Terry, as a former player, you know that this is such a weight off of everyone's shoulders in that locker room. With the transfer window now behind them, they can focus on the task ahead.
Yeah, for sure. From a player's perspective, during the transfer window, you're always checking your shoulder, and you see someone around the training ground or BMO, you're thinking, oh, please don't be my position. And now that Greg Vanny and the coaching staff haven't brought anyone in, I know they brought Ricketts, but he'd been with the team for 3 or 4 months. He doesn't really feel like a new signing. It gives you a little boost and confidence that they trust in your abilities and this group going forward to hopefully challenge for the MLS Cup.
In terms of New England Revolution, the Reds have been able to avoid Kai Kamara all season long. He's a proven goal scorer in this league, a threat in the box. How did they deny service to him?
Yeah, very good center forward. He'll get you 15 to 20 goals in the MLS. He's got a proven goal scoring record. He's got 9 goals on the year, already 4 with New England. His movement's good. He's good in the air. It's important that you cut out the service to him. New England's got 3 very good midfielders behind them, and I think this is their strengths. Lee Wynn, Rowe, and Fagundes. They're all comfortable on the ball. They'll play clever 1-2s and overs, try to suck you out of your zone, and then play through balls to Kai Kamara, who can now finish off their attacks. New England, though, on the road aren't great. They've only won once all season.
And they're coming into a hostile environment. TFC 3 games unbeaten at BMO Field. They have scored 7 unanswered goals.
Yeah, the first 2 games they were creating a ton of opportunities. They're passing through midfield with slick. They were finishing everything off. And what I liked about the last game against Salt Lake, going forward, they weren't at their best and through possession, possibly because it was a young team and Greg Vanny wasn't able to make maybe as many changes as he would have liked through injury. That they found a way to win, and that's a sign of a good team.
Speaking of those injuries, Michael Bradley has been deemed questionable for this weekend against New England. Benoit Cheroux, however, has been ruled out of the equation altogether. That will all be taking place 7:30 p.m. on Saturday. Sportsnet, we'll see you then.